Hello, I am Snyder from SnyderSunshineArtStudio.com, and if you are interested in our video today, by all means check out the other videos on how to draw various things with me, A.M. Snyder from SnyderSunshineArtStudio.com. Today I have for us some really fun looking seahorses. Nay! Do seahorses really go nay? No, but it is kind of fun to think about. If they're underwater and they're talking to each other and they're saying, nay, 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 nay. It's just funny. You know, I think it's funny. Alright, well, to draw our seahorses today, I'm going to have us start with our snowman shape with the two circles that are on top of each other, like I did in some other videos that I'm sure you've seen. If you haven't, you should check those out with me, A.M. Snyder from SnyderSunshineArtStudio.com. We will start with those two circles and then we'll add our lines and we'll develop our little seahorses here. And as always, when you're finished drawing, please add color and share that with me, how successful you were in drawing your seahorses today. And if you visit any other videos of mine, please share in the comments your success on how you've drawn your creatures and items that I've helped you draw within the videos. Well, I'm glad you're here and I hope that you enjoy drawing our very fun seahorses. So here we are. We have our seahorse, in which I used a drinking cup to make. I have the wider circle on the top where we drink from and the smaller circle at the bottom. So in order to make this seahorse, I traced the larger circle and then the smaller circle to make this two snowman form or shape. And as always, A.M. Snyder here enjoys color, so after they are drawn, it's always great to add color. So let's look at how to draw that. First of all, my paper is going the opposite direction of how the seahorses will be depicted. I'm going to start in the middle with my wider circle here. I'm going to trace the cup. And as mentioned in other videos, if you have seen some other videos, I just draw a circle most of the time, and it's fun just to draw that circle. If you ever seen the bunny rabbit videos I've made, you'll notice that. And then you can always use a tracer though if you're not too keen on just drawing your circles. So now I have the smaller circle. Do some hand acrobats here around the cup. And so now I have my two circles. So I have the smaller one on top of the larger one. They aren't totally, this one isn't as clean as possible, but that's okay because we just erase when we're done. So I'm going to connect these two with some curves. Curve in, curve in. And this is like the neck of the seahorse. Okay? Then, in order to make its snout here, we are going to draw a little away from it an oval. I like to think of this as the belly, so away from the belly, an oval. Alright, then we have our oval. And just like we used to curve here, I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to curve and curve. Okay? Now, in order to make its tail, I'm going to take and it's like I find these little dots on the outside of the circles, like in the middle of the outside, and I use those as a guide to where to travel. So I'm going to travel down and then around. It's like a fish hook here. And I'm going to bring this one around for its buddy right there. There it is. Okay? Now, we have its fin going on its head, going down its back, and we put in a little fin right where its belly is. So I used a bumpy line there, everybody, and I'm going to use what looks like a trapezoid with a curve in it. Okay, it's like a curvy trapezoid. And then I use a bumpy line. Done. Now I am going to take my Sharpie and simply go over all this so you can see exactly what it looks like. So I am varying the points of this bumpy line. Makes it a little more exciting. If we look back at the prior one I had here, you can see the bumps are all very similar, or the curves here I varied it. So there's different ways to handle our drawings. Now, right in here, I tend to like to add a little cheek indication with a curve there, and then possibly like a nose hole bump there. And we give it an eyeball. Make it look somewhat happy and joyful. Happy and joyful. A nose hole for the fun of it. And around we go. Now right here I like to call these belly plates. Add some of these little belly plates in here. And they're going to get narrow and smaller as they go around its tail. And we finish it off. Very cute. Take on its fin. And we can, if I follow this across, indicate the fin on the other side. Find that. Okay. And then add some of these little ribbing effects. I want to put a smaller one right in there. And before you know it, you have a seahorse. Now we could add some of these little bumpy textures with little C curves. So we add some of those little C curves. And having them closer together indicates the texture a little more intense. Having them further apart, just kind of just blends them down in. Not as an intense texture. And if we want to add the smaller one I have in my picture here, the smaller one right there is coming to visit him. We just start off with our circles again. We attach and we draw its tail, and there it is, and let's trace over it all. A tiny eyeball. Like, hey, what's up? He's like, I don't know, you tell me. And adding little bubbles or watermarks or water motion is a great addition. Or if you visit some of my other YouTube videos with how to draw different sea creatures, you can always make this a little larger image and have sea turtles in here, or sharks, or the starfish, or even additional fish. So if you follow along in the video and you made yourself some seahorses today, please leave me a comment. Let me know about your success, what you enjoyed about how to draw your seahorses today, what colors you used when you go to color them, or if you drew anything else in your picture. That'd be real exciting to see. So please leave me a comment. Visit me. I am Snyder at www.snydersunshineartstudio.com. That is www.snydersunshineartstudio.com. And you can find a whole bunch of other art activities at my site. Well, I hope you've enjoyed following along with this. And once again, please leave me a comment about your seahorses. And tell me, did you have more seahorses visit? Or is there a whole family? Are they going to talk with each other? What are they saying? What colors are you going to add? Well, enjoy, everyone.